I came back from my deployment only to find my wife with another man on my bed. You know, being in love is probably one of the most beautiful things in life. But it's also one of the most dangerous things. Life is all about risk. I know that. I joined the Marines as a private. Now I am a corporal. Busted my ass. But I am here. I want to stay a Marine for the rest of my life. Or at least I wanted to. I am in a tough spot. I married my wife 3 years ago. When I married her I was so in love. Everything she did made me smile. How she looked at me. How she smiles. Laugh. Plays with her hair, I loved it all. Now I don't know if I love this woman at all. I was deployed for 8 months. Now while I was at base, my brothers at base would always tell me woman only marry soldier for benefits. You know benefit pays. Healthcare. Education. Vacations. All that. They say wives gets lonely when we get deployed and bring home a friend while I am here. I didn't listen to any of this, right? Not all women are like that, right? Well, I don't know anymore. It's not my place to say every woman is like this now. When I flew home, I had to take a 12-hour flight. I wanted to see my family so bad. A wife and a beautiful princess. Being away from my baby is like getting punched in the stomach a billion times until I see her again. Although I chatted with her all the time, I go inside thinking they were there. I saw no one home. I sat down waiting for them. Called wife and she didn't pick up. No text. Nothing. I went to the kitchen and I started hearing some thumps. It's coming from the basement. When I opened the door, I heard a guy moaning. I head down quietly. It benefited me that we have very soft furry like carpet. And wow! I caught my wife blowing my someone I graduated high school with. We weren't best friends or anything. But we did know each other. I couldn't believe this. Now I don't play this crap. I jumped on the bed and beat this man. Not brutally like other guys do. But enough to give him a black eye and a busted lip. He knew she's my wife. He knew I was away. Wife was screaming not to hit him. That she's sorry. Since that moment, my home was being at base. This home is nothing but ruined memories. My brothers were right about marriage. About my wife. Never again will I trust my wife, or if I divorce, I want to stay a Marine, which means it'll be a waste of time to marry again. Yes, we are still married. This was not too long ago. I regret staying with her every day. I look at her now. When she smiles at me I just look away. When she hugs me I just look at something else. Putting one arm around her. When she tries to kiss me, I turn my head. Our favorite thing was to try out something we've never ate before. We would go to other states. Just to eat at the highest rated restaurants. We haven't done that since before the day I left to Asia. I am just not in love anymore. When I talk about divorce she jumps on me saying she's so sorry. Showing fake tears. That she will never do that again. That she loves me. She confessed to sleeping with him 3 times. I am all over the place, I know, so while I was away, the entire time, she only slept with him 3 times. Yeah, okay. I'll be honest. I probably should be nominated for being the most distancing husband. She cries to me saying she misses me. That what she did was a mistake. That she'll do anything for us to be the same as before. We don't argue. But we are more than distant than enemies. She constantly suggests for us to go see a counselor. All they're going to do is tell us to make up. Anything that involves touching her. Or making eye contact more than 1 second. I am not doing it. That's why I am not going. I wasn't worried about my daughter. She looks so much like me. She has my ears, eye color, and my blonde hair. I don't need no DNA test. And even if she wasn't mine, she my life. I would never leave her. She's the reason I don't divorce and finish off my marriage. One of my brothers at base didn't rub it in my face. I remember they saying, when you go home and find your wife on your bed with someone else, we going to say we told you so. But he didn't say that. He said I am ruining my life with the right person. He said if I don't divorce, I will be miserable when I could find someone great. Yeah, sure. I just want to go back home. But due to this pandemic, it won't happen. I wish everyone a blessing and stay inside safely. I have a very similar deployment cheating story I'd like to share. I'll try to keep this as short as I can. But I am completely lost right now. 31 male and 31 female. Married for 8 years and together for 12. Lived in 5 states and traveled to 20+ countries together. Decent amount of that time was spent apart, 3 years for my various trainings and deployments, but we sent letters and emails to each other throughout. It wasn't easy, but we did our best and got through it. I got out of the military late 2016 and we started a life together again in a new city. We were doing well, and in 2019 she asked to try an open relationship, and we started working with a marriage therapist to help us through it. It took me a lot of self-learning and intense focus to get over the jealousy aspect. But it was balanced out by my attraction to the concept of it. I saw two people during our open relationship and she saw between 8-10. I quickly learned how easy it is to be a woman on dating apps. Overall, it actually wasn't as hard to maintain as I expected. We read a lot about it, listen to tons of podcasts. We were well prepared and seemingly transparent. We learned a tremendous amount about ourselves and each other. Though I don't think I could maintain it long term. It was a lot of work. When COVID came around, we put it on pause basically. We never really sat down and said it was officially over. But we decided it was a bad idea to continue for health and safety purposes. Last weekend, she told me we needed to talk. She confessed to me that 4 years ago, when I was deployed in the military and the month before I came home, she slept with a guy she used to work with in 2012. Just one time, but never told me until last week. This was well before we had even entertained the open agreement. Moreover, when she flew to a different state last month to visit some friends, she apparently ended up hooking up with a guy friend of hers 2 times while away. She also confessed this to me last weekend along with the 2016 cheating. When she got back initially, she just said she hung out with some old guy friends, no mention of her hookups. In our open situation, she had slept with 3 or 4 guys, but again that was during our mutual, transparent agreement. I understand this might be viewed in a certain light given our open pseudo-open 6-month relationship. But I am less focused on that and more focused on her cheating on me when we were 1,000,000% monogamous. And totally lying to me about what she did last month while traveling. I feel disrespected. Sad. Enraged. We both have worked hard for this relationship. Shared incredible experiences. And have done some truly amazing life building together. So the thought of ending it is a nightmare. I asked her to leave for a week. Got my own therapist in addition to our couples. And I made the decision to hire a divorce attorney since we have several assets needing a professional's attention. I feel like I can't ever trust her again, so what is the point of being with her? I also told her I think she might have some form of a sex addiction between the open thing and the cheating. I talked to her for the first time in a week today and she made me feel like I was overreacting. She apologized profusely and asked to start over again. She said I will not do any work, all of the trust building will be on her. She wants a restart and swears there will be no open relationship, no cheating, no lying, no cover-ups. She said we can recover better than ever. She said she waited so long to tell me because she was afraid of losing me and got trapped in her lies. She said she hooks up with other guys to feel like people like her and want to give her attention. She gains a feeling of self-worth from it because that is something she struggles with. I told her I retained a divorce attorney and she pleaded to do a separation for a while and thinks I was overreacting with my retaining a divorce attorney. I suffered a lot of trauma growing up. I just want to protect myself, my feelings, and my future. No matter how hard it might be to end something I've enjoyed so much. Trust is so huge to me. I can't ever look at her the same again. Am I overreacting or the crazy one here? We've been through so much together. I can't tell up from down anymore. She seems bewildered on why I was being so deadly serious about the betrayal and how, after everything I've put into keeping us together, long distance, combat deployments, open relationship, all the moves, etc., there was no second chance for her. Hit like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to our channel.